Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I am going to be giving you guys my Q4 homeschooling update. I feel like I need to shout that from the mountaintops. We are almost done with our school year. As a matter of fact, from the date that I am filming this, we have one more technical week to complete 36 technical school weeks for the school year. I cannot even believe it. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, and I've been sharing my homeschooling journey on YouTube for quite a while now, about 5 years. And I always have done these quarter updates, and you guys always really seem to enjoy them. So this video is just going to be a chit chat about everything that happened in Q4, how I was feeling, what went well, what didn't, just give a recap and an update on the quarter. If you're interested in hearing other quarters, I do have so many others, but especially this year I have obviously Q1, Q2, and Q3. So we are going to be talking about Q4, which of course is the last quarter update I will be bringing you for this school year. And I always get all like emotional thinking about that. It's just such a reminder to me that, you know, these years go by so fast, and these years of home education are going to be gone for me in the blink of an eye. Like, there's gonna be in the near future when I'm getting on here and I'm only talking about 2 out of my 4 kids, like Lord willing, if I'm still sharing my journey here. And it just always makes me a little emotional. So who knows if I'll cry, if I'll laugh, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but anytime I talk about the end of something, I'm a sentimental mom. Any other sentimental moms, like, it just pulls at my heartstrings no matter what it is. The end of a school year, the end of a grade, the end of single digits in an age, the end of going, you know, on, it's you know, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm a very sentimental mom. So I'm going to tell you guys all about Q4, but I want to thank today's video sponsor, the Land of Storybooks. You guys, I have to tell you about the Land of Storybooks. I'm so excited to share with you about them. If you've never heard of the Land of Storybooks, they are a monthly literature subscription, but not like any other. This is my absolute favorite one for a lot of different reasons. Number one, the owner and creator of the Land of Storybooks is a second-generation homeschooling mom, and I love supporting other working homeschooling moms. Not to mention, she really values a lot of what I value when it comes to choosing literature for my kids. And so the books that are in here are quality books that are going to uplift and encourage and inspire your family. So I am so excited to be working with them. So I'm going to share all about Q4 and the Land of Storybooks so that you guys can take advantage of a super duper sale going on right now. So inside every month of the Land of Storybooks, you get a book and you get crafts, ideas, along with everything you're going to need for the crafts for up to 4 children. There's 2 crafts in each, so that is 4 kids, so that works out perfectly for me. And then you're gonna get a brand new book to add to your homeschooling library or your family library in general. I want to really emphasize the fact that this is not just for homeschoolers. This can be for any family that enjoys reading together, reading aloud, doing some activities. But I think in the summertime, it's just really important to have intentional things arriving, because, you know, if you're out of your normal routine and schedule, you might have intentions of doing things, but if you don't have all the supplies, you might not run out to the store. You might set a goal to, you know, stay reading through the summer to your kids, and then it just gets away from you. So I feel like having something exciting like the Land of Storybooks arriving at your door, even throughout the summer months, is so awesome. And if you don't want to do anything during the summer, which I don't blame you, you can save them and use them in the fall when you start back to school or whatever the case may be. But I love everything that the Land of Storybooks is for. They are really for cultivating family togetherness. Inside every box, which I'll include some screen overlays so you can see, comes they're packaged up so cute. comes the book. So this month's book was Begin. And then there's the adventure guide, which always contains a service project that you can do as a family, recipes you can do in here, as well as all of the instructions that you need. There's a letter in here that goes with the book, so it's like get your kids engaged and excited about what you're going to be reading. And then here are the crafts, so you can see everything is inside here. And I have to say that I am really impressed with the quality of the crafts that I've received from the Land of Storybooks. There's nothing worse as a mom than when you say, we're gonna do a craft, and then it like goes all wrong or it doesn't work out. So the Land of Storybooks crafts are awesome, and they actually work, and they're fun for all ages. They're not just for preschoolers. My older kids enjoy doing these as well, and they correlate with the book, of course. So that's a little bit of what you're going to get in your box from the Land of Storybooks, but of course it's way more awesome in person. So now I just want to let you guys know about a few important details. Number one, if you want to order a box for June, you must submit your order by May 25th of this month to receive your box next month. So the boxes that will be going out will be June's, and so you want to make sure that you get your order in before that deadline. I want to highlight a few awesome sales because the Land of Storybooks does not do these sales very often. In fact, this is the best sale that they've ever had. So they have where you can purchase just one box, like one individual box, or you can do a 3-month subscription. So you're not signing up for a whole year, it's just 3 months. When you do the 3-month subscription, you're already receiving a 10% discount on that because you're subscribing for 3 months. Well, they're offering an additional discount on top of that where you will be saving 20% when you do the 3-month subscription. I will put the code and the link for that down below. So take advantage of that. The code is summer, it's easy to remember, but you'll be saving 20% across 3 boxes. So if you've been waiting and debating on trying it out, then this is the time to do that. You can also follow them on Instagram at the Land of Storybooks, and I'll put that down below too. That way you can see what June's box is going to be. She posts hints, and it's super fun to see what they come up with. You're supporting a family when you support the Land of Storybooks. So I love, 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 love doing that. So that is everything that I wanted to share with you guys about the Land of Storybooks. I am super excited to have my box and have those crafts on hand to get us through the summer now that we are wrapping up Q4. So let's jump into that update. So the first thing, of course, well, let me just back it up. I can't talk about every single thing that happened in Q4 in a video because we would be here for 3 hours. So what I do is I just create like bullet points, things that I feel like you guys want to know about, I've been asked about, and I'm just using this video to touch on them. So if you've been following my family and channel for a while, you know that this year was the first year ever that I did a 5-day-a-week homeschooling schedule. I did that because my oldest daughter, being in the 8th grade, was using some curriculum from BJU Press, on the distance learning option, and their curriculum is formatted for 180 school days. So that means you have to complete 180 lessons in order to complete the course. Now, I initially, when I got that, and they provide a 5-day-a-week schedule. So of course you can adjust it and you can adapt it to what you need it to be, but to be quite honest and blunt with you guys, it's not easy to change. If I would have gone down to a 4-day-a-week schedule for those classes, or for my whole family, obviously I can't have my oldest daughter doing 5 days of schoolwork while my younger ones are doing 4 days, even though that's always what I've preferred, is a 4-day-a-week homeschool schedule. So, you know, I bought it. I was really trying to figure out a way to make it work for 4 days, but it just would not. Like, she would have been doing that course the entire summer into 9th grade, like it just wouldn't have worked out. Now, BJU does give you 18 months to finish your courses. So if you wanted to do that, you could, but I don't want my child taking 18 months to finish coursework, and that's just my preference. So that was really what pushed us into the 5-day-a-week schedule. And we really stuck to pretty much a 5-day-a-week school schedule all throughout the whole school year this year. With the exception of in quarter 4. There were a lot more days where we were doing 4 days or even 3 days here or there, not all the time, but definitely some weeks where we did 4 days. And so what ended up happening was I had to have her double up some days to complete the work that she had missed from being off, like out of town, or, you know, there were just different things that kept coming up in quarter 4. And to be quite honest, like, I miss the 4-day-a-week schedule. I really wish that I could still do that. And I could do that if I didn't want to use curriculum that is formatted for 180 days. So, yeah, this in quarter 4, we had a lot more 4-day school weeks. And so I had to kind of go through and make a calendar for her that said, okay, 2 science this day, 2 Spanish this day, like, because you pay for the course and the courses are expensive. BJU's distance learning courses are about $350 a class. And so I want to make sure all the material is learned, and it's different than like public school where at the end of a school year in public school, you know, you're not really learning a lot of new stuff, definitely like the last month, maybe even 6 weeks out from the end of the school year. With BJU, it's like new information up until the very end. And so I didn't feel comfortable or like it was the best option to just say, we're not gonna finish that and put it away. So we had to do some doubling up in quarter 4 for those classes, but I'm pleased to report that we will be finishing them. To go hand in hand with that, I didn't hit a wall in quarter 3, which is usually a theme in my quarter updates. If you go back and you look at quarter 3s, I am always talking about how I'm like burned out and tired. That didn't happen in quarter 3. But it definitely happened in quarter 4. And I wouldn't say I was burned out and like tired of doing school. I just had this like feeling of being distracted in my mind as the teacher, like and mom. Even though like I was doing all my disciplines, like not having my phone anywhere near us when we're doing schoolwork because that's very distracting to me. I was doing all those things, but in my mind, I just felt like my brain had left the building a little early. Like I was just, I don't know, even when I would really try like focus, Ashley, it was just so hard. Like, I don't know what was going on with me. Maybe it has to do with anxiety. I'm not real sure. I don't know why I would be anxious, but maybe I was. I have no idea. But I just found it really hard to mentally like calm myself in quarter 4. I was just all like, I don't know how, I don't know. So I don't know that I hit like a burnout phase, but I just felt like I'm ready to travel and go to the pool and like be outside and not be keeping up with assignments. Like I just felt like, I don't know. I don't really know, but I wanted to share that because I like to be honest, quarter 4 was really hard for me in my brain. I just felt like I had a lot going on in my head, but I didn't. And that sounds totally, I don't know. Let me know if that makes sense to any of you guys. One really awesome thing that we did in quarter 4 though were quite a few projects thanks to the seasonal learning bundles that I share on Instagram. So that was a new thing to our homeschool this year, were these seasonal educational bundles that a friend of mine is actually the creator of, her and her sister. And I'm just lucky enough that they asked me to be a part of it and share it and get the word out about it. And I love them. So naturally, anything I love, I share with you guys, like the Land of Storybooks, The Good and the Beautiful, Built Bar, all my faves. Well, the seasonal bundles were a new thing for me this year. And I know that there is a homeschooling mom out there that is gonna relate to this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys the truth about me. I am not super creative. And like a lot of people will say, yeah, right, you film, you're super creative. maybe. I still wouldn't call myself a creative like videographer. I just try to show stuff. I don't know. I'm not a super creative person, but I love doing crafts with my kids. I love doing like themed activities. That was honestly one of the things that when I took my kids out of public school so long ago, that I thought to myself, man, are they gonna miss out because they're not doing like Valentine's Day crafts? And like, that was like one of the things that stuck out to me. Totally insignificant, definitely not a reason to keep your kids in public school, but that was a worry of mine. So I've tried through the years and I've done okay, but let me just tell you guys, the seasonal bundles have just been so awesome because they contain projects, crafts, recipes, and I don't have to think of them, and I don't have to look on Pinterest for 6 hours, and I don't have to wonder if the craft is gonna work out, and I don't have to come up with it myself. Like, it's okay to not wanna come up with everything yourself. I think as like homeschooling moms, we think this like we have to come up with everything ourselves or it's not as good. I am a willing and loving recipient of other people's ideas. I excel in organization. I excel in so many different areas, but creativity and like project type things is, I don't get ideas like that. Like they literally just do not come into my brain. So I've loved the seasonal bundles for that reason. So we did mostly the spring bundle in Q4, and then the summer one it released right at the end, so we started up with that. But we planted an herb garden that actually worked. It's growing. I can't wait to use my own cilantro, which some of you might be laughing, but I have a literal black thumb, and even my kids were like, is this gonna work, Mom? And I'm like, well, we're gonna try. So we did the herb garden, we did a few other like butterfly, stained glass butterfly projects from the spring bundle. I brought up some of this stuff to show you. So all of the bundles, they include like these 20 days of fun that kind of go with this season. And look at how much we crossed off. We made lemonade, we had a picnic, we went on a bike ride, like we went on a nature walk, we planted seeds. Like it's nothing super extravagant, but it just helps me be intentional and make sure that we're incorporating like that kind of life-giving stuff into our homeschool, because sometimes that just gets away from me between working and keeping myself healthy and making, you know, all the meals all the time. Like I know someone out there relates to this. It's just so much that I just feel like I don't have the energy or the mental capacity to come up with something. And so it's so nice to have that done for me. And those bundles have been so awesome this year. We did fall, we did Christmas, we did spring, and we're gonna do summer. And so I've loved them. And yeah, so that was a part of Q4. We did a lot of the spring bundle and we had a ball doing those projects. Speaking of projects and herb gardens, we spent a lot of time outside in Q4, and that Q4 and like Q2 are probably seasonally the nicest parts of the year where we live. And so we have a picnic table in our backyard that I got at Costco years ago, and we have done so much homeschooling at that picnic table. If you go back and watch some of my way old videos, you'll see like my kids were little and they were out at that picnic table, and they still do that to this day. So we ate a lot of lunch out there. We did a lot of painting. We did a lot of crafting out there. And we just enjoyed being outside a lot in Q4, which I think lended itself to kind of feeling like we were on summer break already, but we weren't. And still though, we enjoyed the weather. Now it's super hot, but we're gonna enjoy the pool and stuff. So lots of outside time. Eating lunch outside is a game changer. So if you ever find your school day in a rut, that is like one for sure reset button for us, is to go outside and have lunch and like take your time, 20-30 minutes out there. Just, I don't know, something about the sun, the vitamin D, I don't know, it just changes the environment and it can totally help reset the day. I already talked about my head feeling like I had a lot going on and feeling distracted. I wrote down, it was around like Easter when that kind of started. After Easter, I felt like, okay, are we done? But we're not done. But why do I want to be done? I feel fine was just kind of a weird thing. I told you guys about the 180 days with BJU and needing to double up. That's honestly like such a struggle for us this year. If I had to like come up with the top 5 struggles we faced in our homeschool this year, having my kids all using different curriculum with different day formatting, that's the first time that this has ever happened. And it was not easy to juggle and balance. I have to be completely honest with you guys. It was one of my biggest struggles because my other 3 all use the good and the beautiful. They all use different pieces that, like, it's not 180 days of coursework. And so trying to make a course that has 120 days of coursework stretch to 180 days. So because I can't have some of my kids doing school and some of my kids not doing school, that would never fly, and I would never even want that. So that was such a struggle for us this year. And next year I have got to figure out a better way to juggle all that. If you are a mom who has kids that use 180-day curriculum and then you've got younger kids that use less day curriculum, let me know how you handle that, because it was a lot. Like I said, we did do the double up thing and it worked okay, but all throughout the year it was just something I was constantly having to revisit, and I didn't really enjoy that. Because when we're off, I want to feel free. I want to be able to take off. That's why I homeschool. But because there's 180 days, it was like, sure, I could make her miss some, but it's all good information, so I didn't really want her to. I hope this makes sense. So that was a really big struggle this year. And quarter 4 felt like that because my other 3 would have been done with the school year a lot sooner than we are if I didn't have other pieces that I was like, okay, we're gonna do creative writing on this day, no language arts. We're gonna do draw right now, no handwriting, to be able to like make it last longer, which was fine. It was fine, but I just didn't really like having to do that and having to think about that. So that was a bit of a struggle, and I have got to figure out a better way for next year, because like I said, the material with BJU is so good that I am using it again, but I have to come up with a better situation. So I'm all ears if you have a suggestion for me. So those were like the big things that I wanted to touch on for quarter 4. But as I said, this is the last quarter of the school year. And so I am just going to quickly recap this year. So this year started off, we were ready to get back to school in quarter 1. We were so excited. We felt rested. We felt rejuvenated. And this year, more than ever, I have felt so thankful to be a homeschooling family. Like, I never take it for granted, but this year I was so reminded about 180 reasons why we homeschool, and I just felt more convicted than ever to homeschool. And I was just thankful for that reminder and that boost that like no one has my kids' best interests at heart except like me and my husband. So we had an amazing school year this year. I am so thankful to be able to educate my kids at home. It's not something I will ever take for granted. We had an amazing year learning side by side. Some struggles and challenges with figuring out how to balance things now that we're moving into high school, and I've still got 3rd and 4th grade. It's a little bit of a struggle, and this is new territory for me, but I know I'll get it figured out, and when I do, I'll share it with you, and then you won't have to struggle like I did. But yeah, we had a really good school year, but I am excited for summer. I would be lying if I said I wasn't. I am excited to travel and make memories with my family. This is our first full summer having our travel trailer, which is a huge part of our home school life. We can't road school, but we can travel a lot more because we have that trailer, and so I am so excited to have it for the whole summer. And I know that my kids are going to be learning so much as we visit national parks and go places, but I am ready for a rest, and I am ready to end the school year with a pretty bow and pass out those completion certificates and have our end of the year pancake breakfast where I do like a little surprise for my kids. I filmed it last year. I don't know if I'll film it this year, but I'm just excited to relax and just recharge as a teacher and just be able to be mom for a while without the teacher component. Even though I'm always teaching my kids, you know what I mean, like just mom, you know? So that is going to be it for this Q4 update. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about some of the highs and lows of Q4. We are almost done. I have one more week to go from when I'm filming this, but I'm super excited to have another year in the books, and I thank you guys for following along with our journey this year. Be sure to check out Land of Storybooks down below. Take advantage of that sale offer. And I also wanted to mention that their digital products are 50% off right now. So if you rather have digital and not physical copies, you can take advantage of that. The digital guides, I should say, are 50% off. So head over there, check them out. I know you guys will really love them, but thank you so much for hanging out with me this school year. Let me know if you have any thoughts, feedback, comments down below. Give me a thumbs up before you guys go. It's a free way to support my channel. I hope you are hanging in there till the end of your school year. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Bye, guys.
Don't like being on my own. I could use someone to hold, and I've been trying to fill the void, but my bed is getting